What up, minecoders? That sounds a bit German, doesn't it? And welcome to a new series I'm doing on the channel that I've just started called, I don't know what it's called yet. Minecoders seems to be what's rolled off the tongue, so let's go with that for now. But yeah, see, it's been a while since I've done any content, and I wanted to get back into it's the new year, get back into the swing of things, sharing new stuff with folks. So what I went ahead and did was tried a few of these automatic quarries and one command block guides and things, and very quickly realized they don't work on Bedrock Edition, and there's no real good guides out there. Oh, some diamond down there. Out there on how to build automatic quarries and things like that from Tekkit in Minecraft on the Xbox. So I went ahead and I tested a few of these builds out, and most of them rely on you throwing 2 items out and then it'll spawn an armor stand and all the relevant infrastructure there. But that seems cheaty. You know, I don't want it to spawn in the hopper and the minecart and the chest. And, like, you should have to craft those things. It should be a placeable block. It should work like Tekkit. So that is what I went ahead and did. Here we have your Tekkit style quarry in Bedrock Edition, and as you can see in the top there, I'll look at the sky to make it a bit clearer. You can see I'm on the Xbox One using keyboard and mouse. True, but I am on the Xbox One. So this is what you need to build the quarry. Obviously you'll have to be in creative or have cheats enabled to give yourself the command blocks, and this is what you'll need. You'll need one chain command block, one impulse command block and 3 chains. So if I go ahead and clear my inventory, so here's how you're going to set this up. You're going to do a 1 block there, and this is going to be impulse unconditional, because obviously there's nothing going for it, and it needs redstone because we want it to act on a pulse. If you had this on repeat, then as soon as the quarry activated, it would dig straight down immediately to bedrock, and you'd overload your system with resources, and you don't want that. So what this one does is it digs down 1 layer at a time every time it's given a redstone signal. Very sweet, very elegant. Next we want a chain block, unconditional, always active, because this is going to chain off that first one, and then another chain block and another chain block, and that is it. So we'll go and put these back in here, and we'll get into the code. So as you can see, it's on impulse, unconditional because we want it to fire regardless, and only when we give it a redstone signal. So what this does is it looks for an entity named quarry. Don't worry, this will come into play in a minute. So we're going to execute at E, and we're looking for name quarry. And then at that entity, we're going to look underneath it. Is there a hopper? Yes. Okay, so we're going to message the server saying digging in progress, possible lag. So now you're going to get a message broadcast saying digging in progress, possible lag. So then you're going to come across to this block and click into it. And you'll see again, this is chain, unconditional, always active. So what this is going to do is it's going to look to see if there's a player within 500 units, 500 blocks of the entity we've named quarry. If there is, it's going to once again make sure that quarry is still above a hopper block to make sure there's something to receive the resources, and then it's going to look for another second entity that we've named digger. And at this entity, it's going to dig from its origin position forward and to the west. So it's going to go south and west and make a square 10 by 10. Then you're going to come across this second block in the chain. Third block, sorry. Second block from the end is what I meant to say. And we're going to click into that. And again, we're going to see chain, unconditional, always active. Because we want it to chain off the other block, and we don't want it necessarily to have to rely on the other block successfully completing. We still want this action to take place. So we're going to look for the quarry. So this is the item that we're going to set up as our machinery, as our receiving point to pipe the goods into the factory itself. And it's going to look for everything within 200 block radius and teleport it to it. So the idea is this will say, hey up, everyone's digging, give you some message warning. It's going to then dig a square 1 layer down. It's going to then take all those resources within a 200 block radius, and in 1 tick it's going to engage a teleport to bring them to the quarry block. And then finally, last block, and again chain, unconditional, always active. And we're going to execute at the digger. We're going to have a look below it 5 blocks. If it detects bedrocks 5 blocks below it, it's going to then kill the digger because it's reached bedrock. We don't want it tunneling through bedrock. Once you've got all those set up, your command blocks in that order, we now have our Tekkit style quarry in Bedrock Edition, or at least the code to make it work. We have the functionality there. So if we come back over here to my example, you can see I've got a receiving station set up here. Not all of this is optional. You know, you could just put a hopper with a chest underneath. I just wanted to go fancy, so I've got a minecart going into a system, filters it into these chests. When these comparators read no signal, it directs the minecart down. There we go. It'll go down that way, and he'll activate the quarry. Now, at the moment, we don't have any targets to match the selector, so it's not going to display the message because that block is not getting fired, and then no more in the chain are getting fired. So let's go and show you now how we actually construct the quarry, because like I said, I wanted this to be a Tekkit style machine that required a lot of resources to build. So you need at least a chest, a hopper, a piece of wool, very, very important, and armor stands. You need quite a few armor stands, at least 2. Here are the crafting materials you will need to construct this quarry. Now obviously I haven't gone into depth on how you construct the hopper and the chest and everything, but I've put the name tags in, the sticks and the armor stands. So that's how you craft an armor stand with those sticks, smooth stone slab. That's how you craft the quarry receiving unit, the very minimal version, should I say. And these are what you'll need to get go. As you can see, I am fully in survival mode, can't access any of the items, and we'll go ahead and we'll build us a quarry system. So if we get the items out of here first of all, and we'll do it, we'll pop it here. So if we pop that down there, and then we toss that on top, and then we crouch place. I went with the grey wool because it kind of matches the hopper the best, but you don't necessarily need to. You can use whatever colour wool you like, but that wool is very, very important, and you'll see why in a minute. Quarry stand. So this guy is going to be the quarry, so we need to go and chuck him in here, along with the name tag. Oh no, sorry, wrong way around. I do apologise. So call this guy quarry, check your spelling, make sure it's right. Bish bash bosh. So now we go and tuck this little feller up on here. There we go. See, now placing him puts him more accurately on the center of the block. Now if I were to break him, there we go, and look more this way, you'll see what, there we go. You see what I mean? He's perfectly centered on that block now, rather than on the, like, spawning there. So if I threw the name tag down, see how it sits on the crossroads? And that's where the armor stand would spawn. So it'd be neither on one square nor the other, making all those checks in the code much more unreliable. But this way, much more reliable. We'll name him Quarry. Boom. So now it's playing that message because it knows there's a quarry item to target, but it's not dug anything, and it's not fed him any items. So let's go ahead and get another armor name tag, and we'll call this guy Digger. There we go. Not Digger with an apostrophe, just Digger. And we'll pop him there. So it's going to go in this direction. So it's going to go like that, and like that. You see? It's going to go off in that direction and off in that direction. So if I pop him down here, so we'll chuck that down, pop our little digger in place. See how he's perfectly centered on that block? Because I placed him rather than summoned him. Very important. And we'll name him Digger. Okay, now, in a moment, when that minecart completes its journey, we will dig a nice little quarry. There he goes. Thing of beauty. And all the items are getting fed into this chest. There we go. He's dug another lot. See, now normally, if I put myself back in creative, there we go, and we'll grab a copy of you and a copy of you. Just quickly make another quarry tab. You would set the redstone up like I have done to fire the quarry. Now, the reason mine's acting funny is because this minecart, this comparator here is checking this hopper here. That's cool. Alright, so just pop our armor stand on. I'll give it the quarry name. And it's checking this hopper here to make sure that there's nothing in it. There he goes. Now he's going to dig, and he's going to actually transport the goods. So now, there we go. He will sit there, and he will hoover up those items. So that minecart won't move until that hopper reads empty. As you can see, it's quite full, so it's powering this comparator, completing the circuit, and it goes downstairs to a redstone torch, and it's all very nice and clean. So yeah, that is basically it. As you can see, he's digging down the quarry. All the items get teleported. You can come down, hoover up the experience all you want, and again, those are the items you will need to construct it. And like I showed you, it is, you set it up once, set these blocks up once in creative, or even in survival mode with cheats. And if you can just so if I go game mode S, but because I got cheats enabled, I can just do give P command block, and there you go. You just spawn some in for you to use that way. Let me put it down for some reason. Let me put the carpet down. Maybe it's because I'm still in, yeah, I think you will have to be in creative to do this then. Let's try just quickly going back into creative. Yeah, let's put it down. So yeah, you'll have to set these 4 command blocks up in creative, and once again I'll just go and show you the code real quick. This is the code. That one just whispers the message, triggers the whole thing off the pulse. That one chains off it, does the digging, targets the quarry. Any players within 500 blocks. Make sure the quarry is assembled and there's something to collect the resources it digs up, and then it will dig a layer 10 by 10. Then this one will teleport the items to the quarry, where in theory you've got a hopper waiting for it. And this one will simply just do one final check before the next loop to make sure it's not going to dig through bedrock. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Your own Tekkit style, fully automated quarry in Minecraft Bedrock Edition on the Xbox One. I've got my pipes in place, I got my feed system, goes right through into my filter system. I got my smelter, smelting any ores that go in automatically. The coal gets fed into the back of that system automatically. Got my little purge valve, so I can get all my sweet ingots. As you can see, this quarry system is pretty efficient. I haven't got much redstone or lapis, but I think that's more to do with the world spawning. And yeah, that's my my chest full of crap. So now if this wasn't so quick and dirty, I've put these valves in place just to make sure the system doesn't get overloaded in certain places. But there we go. So then that'll just pull all the stuff out of this room here. So if we go downstairs, you'll see this is where all the resources get filtered into, and they get sucked out of this storage area. Of course you would be taking this stuff first, wouldn't you? Fucking taking cobblestone first. Look at it. Not the redstone. Get the bedrock out of the system. Oh, we got some lapis coming in as well. Nice. That's a lot of fucking wool. That is a lot of... that's a lot of wool in the system. I think some sheeps may have came a cropper. So that is basically how it works. Got my little redstone clock here powering the pipe. It's all very nicely hidden away. Got my little maintenance tunnels. And a little teaser for next time, as if that factory setup wasn't enough. These rails were not laid by hand. So if you want to see an automatic track layer that you can build and use in Minecraft on the Xbox One, then do hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye now. Don't look directly at the sun.